Wander open roads with us for a campground review of Hillsborough River State Park near Tampa, Florida. Hey everybody, I'm Robin.
And I'm Miko.
And we're Wander Open Roads. Hey, thanks for joining us for a campground review of Hillsborough River State Park, just outside of Tampa, Florida. So, what do you think?
It's a really nice state park. We haven't been to that many state parks in Florida, but right off, I actually like this.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely come back here, no doubt. This state park is located right off of I-75 South, very close to Tampa, Florida, fairly close to the beaches. So just a great location overall and easy to get to. So let's talk about some of the things that we have found since we've been here, especially pertaining to our rating system. So one of the things that I really liked about it here are the activities, right? So
yeah, there's a lot to do here.
Definitely. I mean, they have hiking trails, they have a kayak launch, actually from a couple of different points, one within the campground and one from within the picnic area. They have bicycle trails, and they actually have a historical site here. And they have rental for bikes and kayaks if you don't have your own. So, hey, lots to do.
So let's start about the hiking trails. So there are several hiking trails here at the park. You can access them from the different parking lots that they have here at the park. So each parking lot basically takes you on a different trail.
Yeah, they have about 5 different parking lots. So yeah, they're different places where you can go and park your vehicle and then take a 1 to 2 mile hike and then get back and go to the next spot. So it's kind of convenient like that.
Yeah, and so each trail has a different level of difficulty. And so you have kind of easy to strenuous, just kind of depending on, what you're up for and what you want to see. So like in particular, there is one trail that takes you by the rapids.
Yes, there are actually Class 2 rapids here, which is about the only location within about 400 miles of here that you have any type of rapids like that. So very, very unique for Florida, definitely.
Yeah, and it was, very pretty to just hike up to it, and then they had benches where you can kind of sit and just kind of listen to the rapids. They had an observation deck at the rapids as well. And then just on that same trail, it actually goes along with the river. And it was kind of cool to see, you know, as we were walking, not only the nature, but also to see people kayaking down the river as well.
Now, if you're the adventurous type, you can kayak here. Most people bring their own kayaks, although they do have rentals available. So we kayaked toward the rapids and away from the rapids. I guess it was a little tough to actually kayak, you know, going against the rapids. That was a little tough.
Yeah, I mean, but it was actually kind of cool to at least kayak up to it. We weren't adventurous enough to try to go upstream with the kayak through the rapids, but you know, we got close and, you know, decided to turn around and just kind of go the other direction. Now there are at least 2 places that we know of where you can launch your kayaks. So right across from, I think it's the cafe and the pool area, they have an area there where you can, you know, park and launch your kayaks from there, like for people that are not staying in the campground. And then in the campground itself, they also have a kayak canoe launch here where you can, you know, access pretty easily almost from anywhere in the campground. We happen to be in Site 6, which is almost directly across from the kayak launch. So we had to, you know, cross through 2 campsites, but it was kind of a direct path to get to the kayak launch, and it was pretty easy. They had some kind of wooden kind of kayak, I don't know, ramp or whatever.
Yeah, like
that
a little
would,
ramp.
That would help you get
Like
your
bring it
kayak kind of down to the
Yeah.
water. So that was pretty cool because I've actually never seen that before. So.
Right. So yeah, the kayaking here is really nice. The river is very calm. So you know,
Yeah, which made it pretty easy to kayak in both directions. I mean, normally you kayak on a river, the river is kind of carrying you, and then when you go upstream, you know, it takes a lot more effort. But this wasn't the case. It was very calm. I mean, you couldn't even really tell which way the currents were actually going, which made for a nice, easy kayaking experience.
Definitely. So one of the other things that we really like about this campsite is tree cover. It is very shaded. You know, being a state park, we definitely like that type of feel with a lot of trees, a lot of shade, and it's definitely all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely plenty of trees. You know, all the oaks and the palms. So it's very classic Florida look. In the state park. The sites are, you know, you're not like on top of each other, so there seems to be plenty of space. I mean, we have plenty of space for our bike and our trailer, plus the RV, and, you know, we could have had, you know, a bunch of people, you know, kind of come out and hang out at the site with us. I mean, it's really that big.
It is, yeah. Another thing is that this state park actually has amenities. I mean, it actually has a large swimming pool. It's not open at the moment, but it is available. And there is a store and a cafe, and there's actually a fitness trail that goes along the main road. So there are amenities here. Yeah,
and you can also rent kayaks and bikes at that store as well.
Yeah, definitely. So the next thing we want to talk about is the park condition. We felt like the bathhouses and the facilities were all very well maintained here.
Yeah, I mean, we actually do not have full hookups, so that's kind of one of the things that you have to be aware of. So since we're here for a good amount of time and we don't necessarily want to unhook to go to dump our tanks, we just decided that we would actually use the bathhouses so that we could conserve the water in our tanks. I mean, it's not something that we do often. We really don't do it, but
not
for
very
here,
often, but
it seemed like a good idea, and the bathrooms were really clean. I know I can't speak for the men's, but for the women's, it was clean. There were 3 shower stalls. There was a bench in there, place to kind of hang your things, and it was actually pretty spacious. So, you know, I don't particularly like using the bathhouses at campgrounds, but it wasn't a bad experience. it's been pretty good. So I would say that, it's actually, a really good bathhouse, and we see a lot of people actually walking to it because at the site that we're at, we're actually pretty close to it. And right at that particular bathhouse, surprisingly, there is a place to be able to wash your dishes.
Yeah, which is really nice. I mean, a couple of large sinks to wash dishes, and they also have washers and dryers there, which you normally don't see it at State Park.
Yeah,
so,
right in the same location. So, if you were tent camping, or again using other strategies to try to conserve the water in your tanks, because you're going to be here long enough that you would fill it up, but you don't want to have to move your rig, then you could walk down and wash your dishes. Again, the laundry facilities are there. I think there were like 2 washers and 2 dryers. And they also have vending machines as well, with snacks and drinks, again, all right there at the bathhouse.
Yeah, definitely. So good deal. Next thing is, let's talk about connectivity. So they do not have any Wi-Fi here, but they have excellent over-the-air channels. We used our digital antenna to pick up, like 60 plus channels, all digital. So we're close enough to Tampa to get some really good OTA. We had 2 bars of cellular service on our Verizon and AT&T phones, and that increased to 3 to 4 bars with the booster. And although the Verizon coverage wasn't quite as good with AT&T, you have full streaming capability, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, for entertainment, just to be able to stream, off of our entertainment channels, no problem, no buffering. So the coverage with the WeBoost actually is pretty good.
Definitely. So the next thing is the site itself. As Miko mentioned, the site is very spacious. The sites are level. There's a picnic table, fire ring. So definitely got points for the site.
Yeah, pretty good site. I mean it's typical what you would find at a state park.
Okay, so the last thing we want to talk about specifically there is the cost. So the cost here is $24 per night, plus they tack on a couple of fees, so it ends up being about $32 a night. So that is definitely within our criteria for getting points on price. So that's that's a good thing. It's inexpensive, but a great place to camp. So the only real cons that we came up with were the fact that it was not within 20 minutes of attraction. So that 20-minute drive time is our personal criteria that we came up with. You're actually about 30 minutes from downtown Tampa, Ybor City, that type of area. Then it would probably be another 15 to 20 minutes for the beaches beyond that. So it doesn't meet our 20-minute criteria, but it's still definitely close enough to take a day trip to Tampa, Clearwater, something like that. But it just doesn't get points for us based on that. And then, as we mentioned before, it is not a full hookup site. So you will have to either dump your tanks at the dump station, or use some creative strategies like we did with water.
Yeah, and even though there aren't attractions in the area, this state park itself is an attraction. So we did come here to do hiking and kayaking. So honestly, there really wasn't a need for us to kind of leave unless we were kind of going to, pick up some food or something if we just wanted to eat out. But we're close enough. It just, kind of the lazy river feel. So over a couple of days, you could definitely, have a good time and just really enjoy yourself.
Exactly. So all in all, we decided to give this park 4 stars, and we would definitely come back and camp here, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all we have for you. If you have any questions, please post them online, and we will see you next time.
Wander safely. Be sure to check out our camping apparel and accessories at shopredsquare.com. We also sell on Etsy and Amazon. The links will be in the description. Thank you.